Hey coloring friends, so I am here to show you my completed pages for January. I think I kind of have them in an order, but maybe I don't. I don't know. Anyways, I consider January to be a pretty productive coloring month. I did a buddy color. I colored in two of the books that are in the hashtag 10 books to finish in 2021. So that was good. And just, I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. So anyway, oh wait, I did two buddy colors in January. Yes, I did two buddy colors in January. So without further ado, I will just get started. I did a page in Magical Fairies from Deborah Muller. This is one of her Zen Doodle titles. This book is really, really fabulous. If you have any of her Zen Doodle books, or any Zen Doodle books for that matter, because there's a lot of different illustrators, you know how great these books are. Like, there's like something like 50 or 60 pages, and they're perforated. The paper's decent. Really, really nice. And I had only had a whip in one of these, or in this book, and I never got around to finishing it. And I saw a page that Rita from RBdreamsArt did, and I had commented about how I needed to pull my book out, and she said, well, let's do a buddy color. And I'm like, that's perfect, because that would motivate me. So we did do a buddy color. Of course, I didn't flag the page because I'm a weirdo. Okay, here we go. So that is the page that I did with her. And yeah, I like how it turned out quite a bit. And so it was really nice to have the motivation to color in this book with her. And I can tell you, I wrote down, let me get my notebook out, what I used in this one. I did the Black Widows. I had received the Monarch pencils for Christmas, so I believe they came just from the Monarch set. Gel pens and Parku permanent markers. So this was, like I said, a buddy color with Rita, and it also qualified for the January Color Your Hoard 2021 since I didn't have any other completed pages in it, just a whip. And I did use like some of the sparkly gel pens. I don't know if that's going to show or not, but yeah, it's kind of dark today. We're getting snow, and I don't know how light this is, so I hope it's not too dark. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and this is a great book. Sometimes you'll see it on Book Outlet for like under $4, and at first I thought that's where I got it from, but then I realized that my copy is signed by Deborah. So I think this was back before I worked as a moderator for her. I think this was when I was just in the group, and I won a contest, and I chose this book as the one that I wanted. So that is Magical Fairies, Enchanted Pixies to Color and Display from Deborah Muller. And then I did two in Moon Blossoms, and I actually started keeping track of how many pages I have left, and I think in this one I have a lot. But this is one of the ones that I put in that video of the 10 books to finish, so I have 33 pages left as of January 16th. So yeah, but this one I said that I probably couldn't color this year, but it would be nice if I could, but I would definitely do want to complete it. So I worked, I did this page here, excuse me, and in this page I used my Hobby Lobby brush tip markers, and I'm going to talk about those in just a second. So I used the Hobby Lobby brush tip markers, Prismacolors, and a white gel pen. And this picture kind of got away with me. I'm not as crazy about this one as I am with the next one I'm going to show you. But in this book, I have a tendency to kind of like lose any type of color palette whatsoever, because it is so full of detail and flowers and leaves and designs and doodads and everything, and it's very easy to say, well, this needs to be this color and this needs to be that color. Like, you feel like you need to use tons of color. And while yes, these pages do scream out to have lots of vibrant color, sometimes I let that get too much away from me, and I don't feel like I do a cohesive palette. And in this case, that's what I feel like happened to me. I mean, I'm not like displeased with this page. I don't hate it or anything, but I don't like it as well as some of the other ones I've done in here. And I think, excuse me, I think it's because I didn't have any like solid plan, but a lot of times I don't have a solid plan when I color. And so yeah, but I mean, it's still pretty, I think, and I like it. I like her hair, the flowers in it, the way I did her skin with the yellow highlights. I like the kimono. I'm pleased with that. Mostly what I don't like about it is the birds. I feel like the birds were too close to the background once I got done with them, and they don't pop out to me. But I was going to talk just a second about these markers that I used as a base for this picture. And these were the twin tip brush tip markers, and they are just from Hobby Lobby. It says distributed from Hobby Lobby. My cousin got these for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and they're water-based, and there's 36 in there. They have a brush tip and a thin tip, and the thin tip is super, super, super tiny. Let me see if I can. Sometimes the caps are kind of hard for me to pull off. There we go. But the thin tip is super, 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 super tiny. I don't know. I want that to focus. Let me bring it up a little bit. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but yeah, that is so, so small. And then the brush tip, I'll show you. Is like so here. And these were my first experience with the brush tip marker. And I did them, I colored a page with these in a Deborah Muller book, and I wasn't crazy about their performance. The paper pilled up with them, and I felt like some areas I oversaturated, and I just wasn't crazy about these at all. So I kind of put them away and forgot about them. Now I'm missing one, so I must have either used one up, it dried out, or I've misplaced it somewhere, fell out. But I pulled these out again to work in this book because of all the tiny details. I thought those little tiny tip would work really well. And in this book, I loved these markers. I absolutely loved them. They were fabulous. And I think it's because this paper is like slick. I don't think it's necessarily coated, but it's like slick. It's not like glossy, shiny, but it's like I say, it's got like a slick feel to it. And they performed really well on this paper. So if you have those markers and you struggle with how to use them, maybe find a book that has this kind of paper in it, or put like down a layer of the satin glazing liquid or something. But yeah, I didn't care for them in the Amazon paper, but in this book I really, really liked them a lot. So and they do, even though they're water based, they do bleed through. You can see there. But I really enjoyed them. And I went on Hobby Lobby's website because I was curious if they were still available, because I've had these for a couple of years and they're still going strong. I probably had them for 2 years, maybe 3, and I wanted to see if I could get more of them, and they are still available, and the reviews weren't that good. And when I started reading the reviews, the people that were reviewing had the same issue I had with like the paper pilling, with them like oversaturating the paper and stuff like that. And so I realized that they're kind of getting a bad rap, because they really performed well in this on this paper. So I just thought I would mention that. I don't know why, but I was compelled to. And then I also did this page, and I like this one quite a bit better. I reined in the color palette a little bit more, and I like it better, keeping the butterflies all one color, all the cherry blossoms, lots of green, you know, just kind of sticking to a primary color palette pretty much. And I like this one better. So this one I used Crayola Super Tips as the base, a white gel pen, and Prismacolors to shade or highlight or anything. And as far as the pink around her eyes, a long time ago, I'm talking years ago, I saw Dee Dee Willingham colored this picture, and she put pink, I think, pink or red around the eyes, and that always stuck with me how pretty it looked. So I did that, and I might use that again in a few more of these pages because I think it looks really pretty. So I like that one a bit. So I did 2 in this one. So now I got, what I say, 31 left, or 33, something like that, left to go in it. And then in the fashion, I don't know exactly what this is supposed to be called. If it's fashion coloring book for girls, coloring book for girls, fashion, whatever it is. But I did do the first 3 pages in this. This one, I think I just used the Black Widows in the Monarch set because that's what I had. I just straight colored it. Then this is the same girl, exact same girl, just bigger. And on this one, I used the, again, the Monarch Black Widow pencils and a white gel pen, but I tried to blend the pencils out with oil, and this paper is so thin. I mean, this is Amazon paper, but this is actually, to me, thinner than even regular Amazon paper because I can use oil, like baby oil, to blend on the Deborah Muller books, and it turns out really well. And this, it just like soaked it in and completely, you could see through the image. It made it translucent, so I had to wait till it dried and then go over it with a darker pencil again. And that's why she has such a bright colored cheeks, and her skin's kind of orangey, so that yeah, so I wasn't crazy about that. And then this one I just did again with the Black Widow pencils, and this one I didn't try to blend anything. I just used the pencils and some white gel pen. That's it. I put some white gel pen in her hair, and you know, just super simple. So going forward in this book, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, is just use pencils and gel pen and not worry about blending and all that kind of stuff, because you know, you don't have to do that in every book. Well, at least I don't feel like I have to. I'm comfortable with the white spaces. I embrace the white sometimes. Then I did a page in the Creative Haven Rose Windows. This is in my 10 books to finish for 2021. So I did a page in this, and it is, let me see. Again, you would think that I could have, it's right here, marked it. So I just used, I believe, Parku markers on this one. I'm pretty sure. Let me look and check, just to double check, but I'm pretty sure I just used the Parku permanent markers on that one. Yep. Parku permanent markers for that. So I like the color palette on this one. I think it's really pretty. And I already had the page following in it completed, so hopefully it will resist any kind of like yellowing that sometimes you get from the permanent markers when you use red or orange on the surrounding pages, hopefully. So that, yeah, that is, I don't think in this one I'm keeping track. I think I just counted, I think I have something like 25 left to go in this one, and these come with 31 pages. So this one doesn't, you know, that's not a lot. That's the Creative Haven Rose Windows. And then I did 3 pages in Little Sweethearts from Deborah Muller. It's a Valentine's book, and I think this one came out in like 2018 or 2017. And normally this isn't exactly my type of book because it's really cute, but a few years ago, Deborah sent me like a care package of a bunch of books, and I think she probably sent me like 10 maybe books, and this was in them, in with those. And so then I started looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is cute, you know. So yeah, so I colored 3 in this one. I did this one here. The background in this is crayons, just blended out with oil. And then I used Black Widow pencils and a white gel pen. And that's it. I think the little the little puddles look kind of cute. I didn't blend out anything as far as like the pencil, so you can see the white spaces in her skin and in her hair and everything, but that's okay by me. I think that she's cute. And then I did this page last night really quick with Cali Art markers, and I must have used a Black Widow just to do the eyes and her skin, blend that in a little bit, and my trusty white gel pens, and obviously put some washi tape around the border of it. And then I did this one first. I think this was the first one I did in this, and I was inspired by I don't know her name. I don't know how exactly we're supposed to say her name. PNMP maybe 44, is that right, on Instagram? I put her Instagram in the description section below, and you guys probably know who I'm talking about. She has such a beautiful coloring style where she does everything very I don't know what flow, it like flows. There's no crisp lines, you know what I mean, with her coloring. And she uses tons of white gel pen, crayons, pencils, and everything is like really organic and flowy the way she does it. And I love her coloring. I could look at her coloring all day long. It's I don't know, I just really, really love it. So anyways, this was inspired by her. I've kind of been doing some more trying to adapt her style without like copying it completely, but at least I'm giving her credit, just because it kind of gets me out of the rut that I'm in, you know, and it helps me try new things. So for this, I used Black Widow pencils and my white gel pen and Distress ink for the background, and then I used a little bit of the just a little bit of Pentel Sparkle Pop. I don't know if if that's going to show up because it's, like I said, it's kind of dark in here today. So I did that one. That one was a lot of fun, and I think she's really cute. And I kind of like that like color palette of it being kind of monochromatic-y, you know. So those were from Little Sweethearts. And even though I did not put this in my 10 books to finish, I had been keeping track of it, obviously, because at some point, maybe I was going to complete this in 2021 or in 2020. So as of February 27th in 2020, I had 25 pages left, and now I have 22 pages left. So I guess at some point I thought about finishing this book. So maybe I'll revisit it again throughout the year. We'll see. But yeah. And then lastly, I didn't do this picture last, but this is the last one I have, from Imaginary Friends by Carolina Kubakowska. I did a buddy color with Lavalia's Coloring. Lavalia had gifted me this book back in December. And when she gifted it to me, she said she would like to do a buddy color with me if I just chose the page. So I did choose the page, and we did this page here. I really, really liked this image, and So this is the one I wanted to do. And for this, I used Neocolor 2 for everything, just about. Every single thing on here has Neocolor 2 on it. And then I shaded a little bit on her hair with Prismacolors. Maybe a little bit of the deeper purple into the flowers with Prismacolor, and I think a little bit on her top. I used some hot pink or neon pink in the striping, and on the book I might have used a little bit, but the leaves and the flowers, everything, and her skin too. Yeah, I did her cheeks with the Prismacolor, but I used Neocolors for everything. And I really wanted this to be like because this whole book is like, Carolina Kubikowska has that thing going where she does like like things are really cute and whimsical, but then there's a dark side also to her work. And so you can have like a page like this where everything is really cute, and then you get a page like this where everything is kind of strange. And so I was thinking, well, she had this tattoo on her neck that was a little bit mysterious, and the book was blank. And I took 2 stickers from that antiquarian sticker book that I flipped through not long ago, and I thought, I'm gonna make the book look dark. Like, I wanted it to have a Sabrina the Teenage Witch off of Netflix kind of vibe, where the girl herself looks really sweet and cute, but yet here she is in this like foresty thing, and she's a little bit illuminated, but then around her is these shadows, and she's reading this book with like, what kind of content is in this book exactly, and what does this tattoo symbolize on her neck? You know what I mean? So I was kind of going for that contrast between like sweet and cute with a little bit of dark and spooky or mysterious. And I don't know, I don't know if that came across the way I wanted it to or not. The background, I'm not completely crazy about it, but I'm still learning with those Neocolors. I'm probably always going to be learning with them, but overall I'm satisfied with it. So like I said, this was a buddy color with Lavelia, and also, this would qualified for January Color Your Horde 2021, because this was the first picture I had colored in this book. And this book is so great. I love it. I love it. The pages kept curling, both Lavelia and I, because she used water medium also in hers. And we were like trying to flatten them down because, oh, I must have used, yeah, I used some gel pen too, because I can see it shiny there. So some Pentel Sparkle Pop too. I think like on the corner of the book and on her sweater. I can see that, the blue one there. Metallic looking. But yeah, this was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed coloring it in this. And this page got a lot of likes for my Instagram. I think around 100, and for me that's a lot because I don't have a huge following. So I appreciate everybody's support. Let me know that they liked this page. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to coloring in it more. So that was from Imaginary Friends by Carolina Kubikowska. And as far as February goes, I don't really have any coloring plans. What I need to do is go look at the video that I did back in the late fall, where I mentioned several books that I wanted to color in this winter. Our February is starting off. Today is snowing and cold, and next week it's supposed to be really cold, like in the teens as a high, and more snow. So definitely that qualifies for cold weather coloring. So I need to pull out that video and look at it again, and remind myself of the books that I listed off that I was interested in coloring in this winter. And then I also have a page that I'm going to color in from Teresa Goodridge's Home Sweet Home, because that is in one of the groups I'm doing. There was a Teresa Goodridge challenge, so I've already chosen a page to do in that. But yeah, so very interesting. I just had a good January coloring month. I'm happy. I've been coloring a lot, and I'm really pleased with everything, and just in general really enjoying this hobby again and still. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will list all the books that I colored in if they are available. I'll list them in the description section with a link to purchase from Amazon. But like this, I don't think this is available, the Imaginary Friends, and I don't think that Moon Blossoms is available. But the Little Sweethearts, Rose Windows, the Fashion Coloring Book, and Magical Fairies. Those are available as far as I know. And the markers, like I showed, came from Hobby Lobby. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think, if you're coloring, if you have a plan for February, or if you're just doing whatever. I'm always interested to see what everyone is doing, and now I'm off to watch the January completed pages for all of you guys because I've been seeing them pop up on my feed, but I haven't had time to watch them yet. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. All right, you guys, thanks so much. I will see you in the next one.